Okay, so Frank Warren says that Andy Ruiz broke Anthony Joshua's heart. He says that him and Tyson Fury, they have always seen the flaws in Anthony Joshua. They say Anthony Joshua has always had a leaky defense and that he got clipped in his last four fights. Tyson Fury goes on to say that when he watched the fight, he said he didn't give Anthony Joshua winning one round, not one. And then Frank Warren goes on to say that he believes that Andy Ruiz has Anthony Joshua's tickets because he said this time he's not going to have just 5 weeks to train. He's going to have 12 weeks. Okay. And they also go on to say that they believe that the rematch should happen in the United States, and that's coming from a side who doesn't favor or doesn't even like Eddie Hearn or that side of the road, and even they have enough common sense to know that the fight needs to take place in the United States. Okay. Now, as far as everything that people say about Anthony Joshua, I just think that it's kind of amazing because regardless of what people want to say about Anthony Joshua at this current time, there's one fact that you're not going to be able to deny. Okay. And there's one fact that the history books is not going to be able to deny. None of you guys wanted to fight him. That's why Andy Ruiz is the one holding all those belts today. We know who it should be. It should be a Tyson Fury, a Deontay Wilder, maybe even a Dylan White, maybe even a Luis Ortiz. But regardless, nobody wanted to fight him. This is why I say it's almost asinine to try to shit on Anthony Joshua, because the more you shit on Anthony Joshua, the more you shit on yourself, because whatever you want to paint him out to be, that is still the same man that you swerved, that you did not want to fight. Everybody knows how long he was looking for a fight. Everybody know he was looking for opponents. And what did you all do? Turn him down. So you can't say he's soft now. You can't say he's a coward. You can't say all that without you being at the bottom of the barrel of all those things that you just named Anthony Joshua. Because at the end of the day, if he was all that, why not fight this man and take his belts? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, on the other end, it is a dramatic loss. It is an embarrassing loss. But most importantly than that, I'm thinking about the win over Andy Ruiz. And this is just my perspective. I'm pretty sure the Mexican Americans probably don't care that much. If they even care at all, they're just happy to have a champion. I would not want my first Mexican heavyweight champion to come to rise or come to stardom or come to his victory in that fashion. Meaning I wouldn't want the first Mexican heavyweight champion to have won that way. Meaning it's obvious and it's super clear to everybody that whoever stepped into that ring that night was not Anthony Joshua. Now, it's no excuses. A win is a win. But I'm just talking from my perspective. At the end of the day, I would kind of be a little bit unsettling about the way I got my first Mexican heavyweight champion. Because had Anthony Joshua's head having it been screwed and scrambled and whatever crap is going on behind the scene, would you be looking at a heavyweight Mexican champion right now? More than likely, no. So truthfully, the first Mexican heavyweight is done off a technicality. I mean, that's just being 100% honest. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from Andy Ruiz. I don't mind if somebody wants to accept this win fully and wholeheartedly. But if you was to be honest with yourself, just like Bob Arum said, we're all aware that he did not beat the real Anthony Joshua. That guy that showed up didn't even want to fight. I mean, just think about it. It was at one point during the fight where Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua was squaring up, and it was so much bullshitting going on. Andy Ruiz just dropped his hands and say, dude, are you ready yet? And Anthony Joshua stepped up. He's like, all right, come on, now let's go. You know what I'm saying? Just go back and watch the fight. Like Andy Ruiz literally stopped and dropped his hands like, dude, what is you doing? Are you ready to fight now? Okay, let's go. Go back and watch the fight. It's there clear as day. So truthfully, it's not a legit win. It's a win technically through rules and everything, but we all know what it is. But once again, that's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. I wouldn't want my first Mexican heavyweight champion to receive his belts and his championship that way. I'm pretty sure some people don't care, and I ain't got no problem with that. Like I said, that's my opinion. But at the end of the day, everything that Frank says about Anthony Joshua and this, it makes no sense now because none of you wanted to fight him. That could have been Tyson Fury. That could have been Luis Ortiz. That could have been Dylan White. That could have been anybody else. But nobody wanted to step up and fight him. That could have been Big Baby Miller. But he felt he needed to take steroids. So this is where it doesn't make any sense to say anything derogatory about Anthony Joshua. Because if you say something derogatory about Anthony Joshua, you're going to have to drag everybody who's under him through the mud because you still didn't fight that guy. Okay? If you sit up and call this guy the stupidest guy on the planet and he's retarded and he's not worth a damn. I'm not talking about Anthony Joshua. I'm just talking about in general. You just tell somebody that they're stupid, they're not worth anything, they can't read worth a lick, and they don't know their left from their right. And this person is a $300 million person, okay? And you're still working at Target, okay? While you're sitting up there calling that person stupid, in reality, how dumb could you actually call that person if that person is sitting on 300 million and you barely got $300 in your bank account? Would that make sense? Evidently, they can't be that dumb if they got more money than you, if they're ahead of you, if they got a better record than you, if they're far along up the ladder than you. You get what I'm saying here? It makes no sense. But people are still going to play this back and forth game. And it's not like Anthony Joshua doesn't deserve it. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and say that he doesn't deserve it because that loss still leaves a sour feel in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like it. And I still think if that's how you felt, just cancel the motherfucking event. Because that shit right there is borderline unacceptable for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working with the guy. But I understand where people coming from. But you can't shit on Joshua without shitting on the whole division. Because at the same time, the whole division ducked this man. Anyways, that's my opinion on it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Vane, I'm out.